I said, I said, get fresh, fresh. All right, let me go ahead and get the IG up right. What's popping off, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. It's your favorite blurred friends. That's me, your boy, the real Vince Taylor, a.k.a. Smiles Morales, a.k.a. Peter Sparker, a.k.a. the Black Elf Champion. Oh, you already know what it is. Nah, not Aaron Deere, but I do my own thing, my dear. But let's go ahead and keep this moving. I am joined by none other than obviously Nolly, Yaz, and them. But we got a lot to talk about, especially when it's coming down to the homie Meg the Stallion is outside showing y'all why she is the queen of anime babes. Let's discuss. We also going to talk about the Rings of Power, which of course had its episode 4, if I'm not mistaken, debut this week. And yes, there are plenty of things going on in that, as well as Star Wars Outlaws. I didn't put any graphic on here for it, but that is happening. But that's what's popping right now. You're tuned in to the New Blurred Order. Yvette, tell them what it is,
love
girl.
the New Blurred Order. You should too.
Whoa.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud but we got no stains. Cold ass bitch with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. The nigga stay clean so he always got hoes. Light skinny bitches like.
All right, so I'm going to keep it G with y'all. Listen, all right, so it's me this morning, and I am in full wizard garb, aka a bathrobe. Hallelujah. I said, baby, we got a bathrobe? Honey, where's my super suit? And I'm joined by none other than the one and only Yaz. We grew up in the same Hobbits projects. Hallelujah. And we got Nolly in the bitch as well. And yes, man, shout out to everybody else who's over here. Ty is having issues with power for some reason. And I ain't talking about Ghost for y'all out there with the Saint, what's his name? But James St. Patrick. He supposed to join us in a little bit if he can, but for right now it is myself, Vince Dolph, with Yaz and Nolly. And Nolly is bringing some fresh stuff. Before we get into what's going on with Meg and what's happening with Middle Earth and maybe even what's going on with the Star Wars Outlaws project, let's get a little bit of nerdy news from Nolly. Nolly, can you put us up on game? What's going on? Hey, and so I like that. That was pretty cool.
Thank you. Good morning, constituents. Hello. Happy Saturday. This week was kind of slow on news. Not gonna lie. Nothing was happening, but I'm okay with it. You can't give us everything at once. We need to space it out. This week, Arcane on Netflix season 2 dropped their teaser trailer. We're getting the new season in November. If y'all fucks with it, the second and final season. So enjoy. We also got the teaser trailer for Alien Earth, which is going to be a TV show from FX on Hulu. Coming out early 2025, so we're gonna get like the Alien universe as a TV show. I'm interested to see how that works out long term. It might be an overzealous project. We'll see how it goes. Okay.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Yes, you watched Arcane, right?
Yeah, I watched Arcane.
That was probably one of the dopest animations, point blank, hands down, period, ever. I mean, not even like the content, just the way it looked was crazy, right? Like, I mean, I'm so ready for. When does that drop, Nolly?
November.
Yeah.
No date. Just.
All right. Sorry, just had to get that out there, man. I thought. Anyway, what's going on? What else is on the news?
So our friend Neil Gaiman, who's given us, some good things, Good Omens, Sandman, Dead Boy Detectives. His adaptation for Graveyard Boys is now on hold indefinitely at Disney due to sexual assault allegations. So we can't have nothing nice.
God damn it! What the fuck is up with Disney? These sexual allegations versus Bo. Now is it him? Is he the one? Did he do it? Wow, y'all
So
got your
far-
own bodies.
So far, we've got allegations.
Okay, all right.
He's
well,
not
it's
spoken
normal.
up directly.
Doesn't
I'm
sound
not
good.
sure how that's going to work out.
Yeah.
We also have Vox Machina coming October 3rd, which is great.
Yes!
I'm so pumped.
They're also supposed to drop another series by the same creators and team sometime next year. So as more of that comes out, I will let you guys know. But speaking of our friend Bo.
Oh no, please. This is bad. Good. Oh man. Should I clutch my pearls?
He decided to make a statement in the form of a subscriber only video on OnlyFans discussing the issue with Marvel.
I feel like that's low-key kind of smart in a way. Like,
walk with me here. Okay.
All right. Let me see if I can get some photo bio. Oh man, this doesn't.
I did not pay for the video, by the way. Someone at Variety Magazine did and was able to get the 411.
Okay.
He said a lot of things, and while some of it I can see has some substance, probably, I also feel like there's probably a lot of embellishment. Granted, Marvel did say, they did ask him because they had some egregious findings during an investigation, but Bo is alleging that he was the center of a lot of jokes or bad comments, which I'm sure happens. He's a Black gay man in Hollywood. It will always happen. But to the point where some people were coming up to him and being like, my husband says that you probably get a lot of dick. Things like that. And yes, obviously sexual harassment in the workplace. But he says he has receipts and eyewitnesses to back up his claims. And so he filed a lawsuit to nullify his NDA. And sorry, it's my glucose monitor. It's telling me I'm dying.
Oh no! Hey, yo! Whoa! Yo, can you not die right now? Can we pause and not die yet?
I just had to scan myself.
Okay. Do we need to take a time out?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I can totally prick my finger while I talk to you guys. I'm a multitasker. I'm a mom, a cool mom, by the way. Thank you.
Oh my God, Black women, my God, we doing all of this, but anyway, go ahead.
But he says that receipts, so I guess we'll see what happens and what comes of it. But a lot of people were just a little perturbed that they would have to pay $7 for a video for more he said, she said. So as that continues, I will absolutely fill you guys in. But right now, not eat a Snickers. You know what?
Yeah. Can we talk about how Bo DeMaio's whole IG is a literal thirst trap? It is all thirst traps. Don't get me wrong. I mean, my man, look, we love you for doing what you did with X-Men 97. Phenomenal. We want you to be your own self outwardly. I'm so sad about these allegations, man. He's given a R&B rapper right here. Look, he's definitely creative as hell, but damn, man, if this dude isn't anything other than controversial, can we just get you to just be a good writer and not the distractions? Or Nolly, is this a case where the industry's coming at him unfairly? I don't know, man. This just it reeks when Disney says
we're not gonna know because the NDA is in place, so he technically can't talk, and they're not going to talk about it either. But he was also saying that he was a writer for Blade, and he got removed from the project.
Oh my God.
So he's saying that while trying to write for Blade, he dealt with a lot of comments from people. Like one of the Marvel execs said that they wanted a young Wesley Snipes to write the thing, and Bo's takeaway from that was, but Wesley Snipes and I look nothing alike. To me, I can see both sides, how that could be a, you know, a generalized racist connotation kind of comment, but also Wesley Snipes literally produced so many projects, including Blade. I think they saw the potential in Bo to be able to bring that same kind of energy and dedication to Blade. So I can see like both sides of it. We need more definite proof, some definitive statements, some things, but we're not going to get it because we know how Disney operates, and Bo's got the NDA that I'm pretty sure he's not going to win that lawsuit for.
Wow. Can I say something real quick? This is gonna sound real weird, so let me just preface this by saying I in no way, shape, or form. Shout out to Nari. Shout out to the comment section. All right, we get it, bro. He's a whole thirst trap. Yes, and maybe that's why the following is huge. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm not. Just, somebody feed me.
I promise,
but
he feeds me.
Here's the thing. Good morning, Michael Nassis. Everybody in the YouTube chat's on fuego right now, and
right?
What's going on Facebook? What's going on? Everybody listening on the post chat. Everybody, shout out to Spotify. We never give Spotify the love, and the numbers are looking good on the audio chats. But real quick, dare I say, Nali and Yaz, that with a lot of creative minds that we've been blessed to kind of have the opportunity to take to you know. To bask in their creativity, they've often been troubled minds, right? Like, let's go down the list. I mean, let's start with Mike Jackson and how we love how this man was the king of pop all the way from this Afro-headed Jackson 5, and then he grows up as a grown child who wants to make a theme park in his backyard so that he can relive his childhood and actually think he's a child. So he's having sleepovers with boys, and that's weird, right? But that's the same mind that gave us the way you're making me feel. Like, it's a weird thing. All right, let's look at look, even Wesley Snipes, the dude, he, tax shit. Let's get that right. Kurt Cobain and all these other, like, there seems to be like a theme. There's I don't want to say always, but oftentimes when you get somebody of huge creative mind, we go all the way back to Vincent Van Gogh. All right, with the ear cutting off shit. There seems to be a hint of psycho. Let me not say psycho, but a hint of like something like along that part of the mind that gives them that creativity also allows for some weird out the box shit. Now, I want to preface this by saying I don't know if the allegations about Bo are true or not. I know, a lot of folks was kind of, tripping about, the picture he had put up or whatever, with the guy, he sent around. But I'm just saying that this may not be something that's uncommon. Am I tripping? Yes. I mean, do I have a point? Sure.
I mean, you do have a point, but I guess, we won't really know until, I guess, everything plays out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we technically, it's all allegations at this point until speculation is actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, until charges are put up or not put up. Well, we just have to wait and see, I guess, unfortunately, in the world that we live in. But, that's Disney for you.
Yeah, it's Disney, man. Hey, listen, all I know is that more incoming thirst trap. All right. Hey. Oh, come on, not with the Little Mermaid, bro. I'm mad at this. You gonna hit us with the Little Mermaid, bro, this early in the morning? That's what we doing. Let me stop. Bo, bro, hey, if this X-Men thing don't work out, you definitely look at that Sports Illustrated swimsuit model edition. There's a future for you somewhere, bro. I don't know if this is it, but
Ollie's face says no.
Hey, the comments say
the
yes.
OnlyFans is hitting. I don't know if nobody hustle.
I don't knock nobody's hustle.
Anyway, anything else going on? What else is going on, Nolly? What else is going on out there?
That's about it. I was gonna segue into our good friends at Marsh and Blueberry and their latest project, which is doing numbers, by the way, on the charts.
It is definitely doing numbers on the charts. Let's talk about it, y'all. So I don't know if y'all are aware of this. Let's tell our audience that our favorite anime bae is back, and there are hints of this maybe being a classic. Here is a quick non-audio preview of what it is that she's got going on. As a matter of fact, I think I might be able to do even better than that. Let's see if we can give you guys at least a hint of what it is that they are showing right now to kind of support. And this is coming from our people, Carl Jones and his lovely wife, Love Jones, out there doing their thing right now. And here is just a quick clip of what it is that they got in store. Let's see if they'll allow us to play it without having any.
We on the way, counting zeros every day. You know that we never play. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's all we're gonna do there because we don't want to get this canceled. So we're gonna go ahead and stop that. This is what it looks like. It is on the page, and this is one of the projects I'm assuming that We Are Martian B, which was revealed on this show to be a kind of an ode to Strange Fruit. It's one of the projects that Meg Thee Stallion and Martian B are working on. Now, just to kind of remind y'all, it was here that the news was I don't want to say broken, but where it was elaborated upon the extent of this project that they worked on. I think we may even have a clip of that right here. Let me see if I have that. Remember this, guys? This was something that happened right here on this very show. When are we finally going to get that Meg Thee Stallion project that we've been hearing about for years? I know COVID happened. I know that a lot of stuff. Now, listen, if it fell off, I'm sorry for bringing it up to say, look, we don't talk about the Meg Thee Stallion project. It is what it is. But if there's something still in the works, come on, man, give us some tea leaves, man. Let me know.
Well,
I'm excited about this project.
I know.
Come on.
Well, okay. One, we did a music video for her, right? It just never aired. That, yeah.
Well, record companies.
Yeah, I mean, we don't. Whatever for whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'm trying to protect you, love.
So right there, I think that this is what that is, right? Are we looking at the video that they did that never aired? Because it looks fuego, and I'm just happy that it's finally out. I mean, this obviously isn't the whole thing, but it's just a piece of it. Is that what's going on, y'all? Nolly?
You're muted, baby.
So I don't know if it's that project that they were talking about, because remember Love mentioned that her record label didn't want to release it. So Meg did do another song with BTS that her label never wanted to release, and that's when she started the lawsuit against them to nullify her contract and get her things taken back. This is a second song that she was able to record with RM of BTS, and so I think they worked on her with multiple projects.
I was gonna say, we should definitely have them back and see if we can elaborate on it for sure.
100%.
Yeah. Well, listen. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Put your tongues in the Meg Thee Stallion. I know that's right. Yeah. Well, let's see what else they was talking about, because there was more discussion. Love. It's like I was.
I'm the one who leaked the whole Meg Thee Stallion thing in the first place.
Hey, thank you. Love. See, that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
Real.
But so the music video, we're really proud of that. We were really happy and excited about it, but it didn't make it out. But we did, we did the visualizers, which did come out. And there's something else in development. It's still in development, but we can't. We've been trying to. We were about to do it. It's funny because we were about to do a press release. It was like right before the strike, right, Love?
Right before the
it was
strike.
Like right before the strike.
The day before the strike happened, and then
God.
we couldn't say anything.
Yeah, and then everything, and then after the strike, they were like, I don't know, wanting to hold off because
They changed internally too.
Yeah, and then and Meg team, they got their own rollout plan and different things that they're
I'm saying Amazon. I'm sorry, not like Meg's people.
Yeah, but well, I'm just saying, but it's also like things have to drop. They got their own rollout with stuff that they're putting out and things she's doing. So, so it'll come out eventually. I'm sure they'll announce it sometime soon. But it's still alive. Yes.
Just for all my female nerds out there, can I just say that they'll be so excited and happy to see something like this, because we've been asking for this. We want this. It is so dope. So.
I'll say this. It's some real anime shit though. It's some real anime shit. Yeah.
Oh, yo, and so like that got me geeked when I heard all of that. as I'm sure for y'all it did as well. Of course, for those y'all don't know, Carl Jones, producer of the Boondocks, as well as shows such as Black Dynamite and the show with what was the show with Tracy Morgan? I forget the name of it. Dang, I feel bad. OG, the last OG.
Last OG, yeah.
Yeah. But this is something to tout, man. This is pretty cool. What are your thoughts on this thus far, Nolly and Yaz? Like, how y'all feeling? This came to slay. Is it doing everything it said it was gonna do?
Yeah, it's hitting. I'm definitely excited. If this is just like the beginning of their projects with her, I'm really excited to see what more they have done, and kind of can't wait to get them back on the show and kind of dive into more of their, behind the scenes of working with her and kind of how everything came to fruition. I love that they have like the pinball machine inside of the, it's appealing to true nerd culture, you know what I mean? And just Meg the Stallion, she's the epitome of Black nerd culture. So I mean, I'm super excited to see what more projects they come up with.
Yeah, man. It's funny you say that, man. And real quick, shout out to Tanya Grace Moody, who did respond, and the show we gonna talk. Yes, and Tanya Grace Moody, real quick. Sorry, I know I got ADHD. That is actually the young lady who did play one of the Shores.
Shores.
They're called stores.
Stores, yeah. Convenience store. To the store. But before we get into the wrap up of Lord of the Rings of Power that I watched and I loved and I thought was dope, just to kind of cement what Yaz just said about Meg the Stallion kind of being the anime nerd rep, especially as it pertains to Black women, in my opinion. I just want to show y'all something real quick that I thought kind of cements the legitimacy, because for some reason, and I wish there were more of us that are on this panel, the women, to test this. For some reason, like, it feels like dudes are just not finding out that Black women been nerds, and people of color and women of color have been like nerdy and loved anime. It seems like it's a new phenomenon, right? Like, y'all didn't exist. You just poofed out, just came back from the snap.
Yep.
And that's the shit that pisses me off, because they'll be the first ones to be like, well, if you like anime, then who's the main character? Like,
exactly. Yeah, like, it's not a test. Stop trying to purify me. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch everything.
They're checking our nerd cred.
Yeah,
which is
man.
so
It's
stupid, because
it is.
Nerdy shit has never been exclusively for men. Okay. And they'll be like, well, there's nerdy women, but they don't really like nerdy men. No, they just don't like you. Okay, because you spent recess, Naruto running around the fucking yard and being weird and not bathing.
You talk about me now, all right?
So I was gonna say, it's the arms behind the back running.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know damn well when
card battles and shit.
Yep, and then
get weird.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, well, for those, and just to add to that real quick, I've already admitted on the show, we've been doing this almost 5 years, and I've said on this show, like, I was a member of that crowd that as a youth growing up in school, for the two of you, I didn't cross paths with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought, and just to kind of take away a little bit of the sting, yes, it's misogynist to believe that women don't have the same interests, but in my particular instance, it was more me just being isolated from people in general. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even share my inner nerd stuff with just general people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something that I kind of held close to the chest and fucked with when I got home. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I got a little older that I felt a little more comfortable speaking about these things outwardly. And that's when so I kind of do wish, well, look whose power decided to come on. Real quick.
Phone charger worked.
Welcome to the show. Oh my God. Oh, I see you switch teams. Let's not do that. I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that. Don't you dare.
Good to have you, Ty. We've been talking about how the impact of Miriam Martian B and Meg Thee Stallion, they just had this new project. But just now we was going over how women oftentimes are overlooked when it comes to nerd culture. And Meg Thee Stallion, or our nerd queen, so to speak, just had a new project come out. And I just kind of wanted to show y'all what it is that Meg does when people try to nerd check her. Let's do it. Uh-oh.
These are hard ass questions. My anime knowledge is a little ratchet. I'm giving y'all the ratchet remix. What's up, it's your girl Meg Thee Stallion, aka the Hot Girl Coach, and I am testing my anime knowledge with Billboard.
Now, before we even get into this, I saw somewhere in the chat that somebody was like, why the fuck does she even have to test her anime knowledge?
Bro, it's every time they talk to her, they stay trying to check her. Like, she's new to this, not new to this. And yet, every time their shtick is to do a quiz or like trying to like sneak in some way to be like, well, did you really watch? Because if she did, she would know about this. Let me ask about it. And it's like,
okay, well, let me challenge that for a little bit. So is that 100%, as much as I'm completely in the camp of folks being misogynist by overlooking blurred women, there's also a hint of, hold the fuck up, you're Meg Thee Stallion, one of the baddest women in the hip-hop game on this planet, and you know anime? I don't believe it. You're way too cool to be into anime.
Because women cannot be seen as hot or attractive and be into nerd shit. And I cannot tell you how much I've run into it, because since I was in middle school, I've been playing MMORPGs and other video games and things like that. And I'm one of those weirdos who, if I've had a friend online for like years, I'm gonna meet you. We gonna link up. So I've had plenty of like link ups with like a bunch of friends from guilds, Facebook groups and stuff for games and things like that. And they're always like, you got a video game?
Right.
And I'm like, I mean, are conventionally attractive people not allowed to have like hobbies and interests outside of looking
not video games?
Pretty?
Everything but video games, Molly.
Confused. I'm like, don't let this face fool you, okay? I am a homebody. I will choose to stay home every weekend, sit in front of my computer for hours playing video games, then go outside and do shit. Do I like to do ratchet shit with my friends? Absolutely, 100%. The way my social battery built up, you get me once a month. That's it. No more, no less. Don't ask me 2 weekends in a row. It's not happening. But will I have the energy to sit my ass in front of my computer and play some games in front of the PlayStation 8-10 hours nonstop? Absolutely, 100%. Damn right.
All right. Well, listen, let's see what else Meg had to say. And if she passed this stupid ass test that, well, let's not call it stupid. It actually was impressive. Let's go through it. Let's see what it's talking about.
What is the name of Gojo's ability to stop/slow things down? Is it infinity? Period. What is the reason Yuji's grandfather wants him to use his gifts to save others? Something about being surrounded by people. To die surrounded by people. Period. Who is Gojo's best friend? Is it not me? Gato, come on, bitch. I know the answer. Shit. Y'all put me on the spot. What is Asta's magic power? So Asta don't even have powers for real. He got anti-magic, but he don't never give up. Oh, period. How old was Jonathan at the beginning of Phantom? He was 12. Chizaki has a quirk known as overhaul. What does this quirk allow him to do? Take shit apart and put it back together. Who runs the infirmary at UA High? Recovery Girl. What country does My Hero Academia take place? Japan. Inuyasha. What is the name of the second movie? Inuyasha. Don't hate me, but I ain't watching none of the movies. I'm so sorry.
Real quick. This is not to nitpick, but I've been saying Inuyasha this whole time. Have I been saying it wrong? She said Inuyasha. I mean, I'm not trying to like nerd check her or nothing, but sometimes I'm wrong.
She from Texas, so she got a little accent, so you know.
All right. Just making sure. Inuyasha, Kagome.
Who trapped in the washer on the tree with the sacred arrow? Kikyo. How many times did Grisha get married? Damn. I don't know. Who was the last human to fight the Smiling Titan? Aaron. What surrounds the area where humans live? The wall. Yeah. Why did Maka and Soul attack Blair in the first episode? They thought that she was bad. A witch. What is the name of Kid's skateboard? Something with a B. Like, if I would have knew, I would have had to take the goddamn entrance exam to Billboard. I would have brushed up on my stuff before I came. Something with a B.
Here's a butt.
Bill's a billboard. Overall, I feel like I did great. I feel like I need to go rewatch all my favorite animes now.
Yo, I didn't know the answer to damn near none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I still consider myself in the culture. So I don't know. How you think she did, Dolly? You into the anime too. You give her the A+. Yeah, y'all fuck with it.
Always get an A+ for me.
Yeah.
Ow.
Only got 3 wrong, so I mean,
you know, I love. Can I just say I love the ratification of anime. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word, but I love Dojo. Period.
That sounds like a dope Megan Thee Stallion album. The ratification of anime.
mhm.
The ratification of anime. I love it, bro. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Someone get
I
that
don't
to
know,
me.
Japan. Oh, period. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I mean, I didn't grow up in the anime meets hood era, but we're in it right now. Like some of my favorite. Look, Jazz Chisholm on the New York Yankees, his favorite show is One Piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the one football player you keep talking about that loves all of that anime stuff?
What's his name?
I forget his name, but in all of this, like the culture is no longer in a bottle that's somewhere in a basement. Right? It's no longer in a bottle where we're in the basement playing Dungeons and Dragons, and then when we leave, you know what I'm saying, we have to reserve it to ourselves. It's out. The cat's out the bag. If Meg the Stallion is stunting like this, then it's no longer taboo, in my opinion. That's just me. Ty, anything to that? And let's move on.
Yeah, there ain't really much to put to that.
All right, cool. Well, we love you, Meg the Stallion. Keep doing your thing, and we are Martian B for putting you on. And thank you for representing nerd culture to the masses. Moving right along, speaking of culture, there's a show that we just watched with one of our favorite elves coming out the shell and doing some badass shit. This week we had another episode of Rings of Power, and I am curious as how we felt about it. I'm assuming most of us watched it this week, so I'm going to take this down, and then we can put up whether we had a thumbs up for it, a thumbs down for it, or if it's meh. All right, I'm going to take it down in 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. Okay, we got a meh. All right, well, let's start with the meh. All right, let's go ahead. Ty, what's your... Oh! When you do after that, or should we do, the wrap up first? Before you, no, let's do the wrap up first.
We do the wrap up first.
She's going to wrap it up. Fuck yeah. Before you tell us about why you thought it was meh, let's talk to those who haven't seen it yet. Yes, we're doing spoilers. So if you don't want to watch the spoilers, come check us on the replay. But we're going to go ahead and spoil this up. Yes, go ahead and at least give us an idea. Wrap up for us what took place in this week's episode of Rings of Power.
All right, so in Rings of Power, episode 4, we started off in the desert area, still with the wizard man. We don't really know what his name is yet because he don't know his name yet. And the little halflings, Nori and Poppy. And we lost each other because he tried to save them and did this wind tornado and they disappeared. Everybody is all in disarray. So that's where the episode started out. It's actually really interesting where Poppy and Nori land. They land in the middle of the desert and they end up stumbling upon a new halfling type culture called stores, where we should be having, hopefully very soon, this lovely captain of the stores. She'll be hopefully joining us very, very soon. I'm super excited for that. But we get to meet her character and her village and kind of see how these halflings live and, you know, basically how the stores live in the desert and they survive. And Nori and Poppy meet a very funny character called Nobody. That's what the whole culture calls him. Why, we don't know, but we'll find out, I'm sure, eventually. And they stumble upon, you know, just, I don't know, danger, of course. It's Nori and Poppy. So from there, the Istar, where did he end up? He ended up in the freaking crazy land of Mr. Tom Bombadil. I don't know who this guy is, but this man, he is like Eve Christmas. I mean, like Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying? Adam, but Christmas Adam. Okay, like just that's how I see him. He is Christmas Adam. This man lives in this cute little house in like trees and stuff like that. It's adorable in the canyons. And he's got a tree that eats people on his land. And the Istar stumbles upon this tree and he's like, ooh, my vision, the staff. And he tries to take a branch off this tree. And this tree was like, bitch, not today. And ate his ass. So it was very interesting to see a tree completely eat somebody, and then Tom was like, "Oh, come on, buddy, eat the dirt and the land, and go back to sleep, old tree."
Oh, buddy, eat the dirt.
That's literally what he said. He was like, rubbing the tree, go back to sleep, eat the dirt. Yeah, just, you know, and he just pulled the wizard out of the tree, which was really crazy. Not gonna lie, so the name of that tree is Old Tree Ironwood, as we find out, because the old hippie man tells us that he's been alive since the wind and the acorns fell and the whole earth is born, and how this was a beautiful grassland before the desert came and the dark wizard took everything over. Oh, did we mention he trained the dark wizard? What the fuck?
Oh. Yeah,
he did mention that, and he's going to train the Istar too. And Mr. Wizard, he's going to train him to Gandalf, is what I'm calling him. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, because his dreams in that map that he was following with the stars led him to Tom Bombadil and his crazy ass land where the trees eat people. It's pretty interesting. So then we still have, you know, the dark wizards people following us, you know, out of runes. So, you know, Nori and Poppy gotta watch out. I can't remember, I'm not gonna lie, what the name of those people with the mask are, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna call them right now like soul eaters, because that's what they look like with the little mask, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just gonna call them that for right now, because I can't remember their names. But you know, they come into the store's land and they bitch slap. It was pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. They slapped the hell out of the Queen's store, the lady we're gonna have on our show, and I can't wait to talk to her about that, because oh man, I wanted to see who's behind that mask. You put hands on that woman like that. Oh,
I know, right?
Oh, that was some epic shit. But nobody in the whole place did nothing, and they left. And now we're just like wandering into the woods, where we see Isildur and we see Arondor, and he's walking, and they're looking for fucking Theo, because Theo got fucking kidnapped. And then they meet this girl who's, just a treachery ass bitch. I knew it when I saw her. I was like, she's bad. Can't remember her fucking name either, but I don't like that bitch. She works for Adar. Okay, she's a deceiver, and she's like, no, help me. And then she was like, oh shit, maybe I could burn my mark real quick, and you know, no one will see it, you know. You traveling with the elf, bitch. They smart as shit. So yeah, you know, oh god, Arondir, he ends up figuring out that she's a deceiver, and he's like, all right, bitch, you are gonna lead us to your people. Well, that didn't actually work out so well, because little Theo ends up getting kidnapped by some giant fucking trees. What is up with this land? And these trees are mad, dog. That's all I gotta say. Like, I don't know where the fuck they are, but these trees are coming for them with these vengeance. And I'm not gonna lie, the mama tree, Winter Bloom, with her beautiful I felt her when she was She was like, all you do is burn and cut. Yo, I was like, yo, all the eco people are about to be like, thank you, Lord of the Rings, thank you, because no one listened.
She's very Greta.
About her when she was talking about her seedlings, and she did all this hard work for all this land, and then these people just come in and chop her shit down for the fun of it, and she's like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna kidnap y'all's ass. How about that?
I know that.
She didn't even hurt them. She just kidnapped them. And that was, the way she did it too was scary as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Middle of the night, she just came in and like niggas were gone. all their shit still there. They were gone though. It was pretty epic. But her and her man, Arondir, he's got away with words. So he was trying to find them and trying to help, get Theo back. But on the way, Isildur's like walking into the woods, and there's like this nasty swamp thing, and he like walks into the dirt and the mud and shit, and like I don't know what the fuck that thing was that came out of the mud and dirt that ate them, but that was some fucking weird shit, bro. Like, did you see that fucking whatever that was? It was like a worm with like elk teeth, like their whole, I don't fucking know, dude. That shit was crazy as fuck. I was like, oh my god. I give it to Rings of Power. This whole season has had me screaming, from the fucking spiders to the fucking swamp monster to the goddamn creatures in the woods taking Galadriel and her fucking people. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm so in love. Like, every turn, it's been crazy. So now we're gonna get into the part where Galadriel and Arondir on this quest to get to. What is his fucking name? Celebrimbor. That's his name.
Celebrimbor.
So we're on our way to meet the power, the master of the rings. And guess who the fuck is with him? You guessed it.
The dude.
Fucking Hellbrand.
Sauron.
AKA Sauron. AKA Anatar. What the fuck? Who comes up with his name is all I want to know. When he reinvents himself, who the fuck comes up with his name? Because this motherfucker is just like, he's going from A to S to fucking H. What is going on with this dude? Like, I don't know. So, and I look, every time he reinvents himself, he looks like a sibling of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even the same man. It's like a sibling, like with different. Right. It's like, it's fucking crazy. So he ends up tricking Celebrimbor because, this man is fucking crafty. Into letting him into his kingdom. And I'll give it to Celebrimbor. He said, send that motherfucker away. When he showed up at his doorway, I was like, yes, finally. And then he was like, oh, it's cold. Let me go check on him. Fucking goddamn elves, man. He ain't hurt. He just showed you that shit. God damn it. So they let him in. And then we find out that this motherfucker is Anatar, the fucking elf king, whatever the fuck he is, and all glistening, glowing, and with his crown, and I am the king. That was very interesting how Celebrimbor just went from like, being like we're friends to being like, I'm your servant. The fuck? If y'all didn't peep when we convinced and we invited the damn, this part made me so sad when we went to the dwarves and we're like, come to our house, let us help you. Bitch, no. They brought the mithril and we started making some more motherfucking rings against the fucking king and goddamn fucking everyone's wishes. But it's okay because did you notice that Anatar, this is how he gets a hold of everybody that's not elves. It's how he gets hold of dwarves. I don't know which rings they were making next, but if you think about it, he asked Celebrimbor to get. He didn't even ask him. He just held it out. Celebrimbor was like, "Oh, let me stop. Here you go, Daddy."
Oh wow!
If you didn't see that, he put his influence into the fucking shit. Yeah.
Oh shit!
That Mithrim, he put a spell on it, and there was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so that's how the rings, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's how we go back to the Lord of the Rings. That's how the rings call to them, is because he put the fucking spell in that shit. we literally got to see a gem in that fucking. Oh, it pissed me off, but it was great. I'm not gonna lie, it was super great like that. We got to see that, but whew, this was an interesting, very interesting episode, and I don't know. I'm curious to see why Bad Side was like in the middle, because there was so much shit going on that like I don't know how you can be in the middle. We even got to see the blind queen get almost dethroned, technically, in Numenor to end everything off. Yeah, Numenor, the Numenor queen that got blinded.
Yeah, that was episode 3, right?
Yeah, Yaz is recapping both episodes.
Like
she's recapping for the last 2 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't really see
Okay.
like, you know what I'm saying, when we last talked, you know, so like we're going back. So I'm just trying to make sure we're all recapped on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so it's been nuts. Like I'm curious, Batai, why you're in the middle.
Salty.
Right.
Well, I was referring to this episode. I wasn't referring to both episodes, but
okay.
I was a little in the middle because with me, the first, I'd say 30 minutes of the episode was the discussion between Tom and Ishtar and Nori and them popping up, and it was just kind of slow. It was just like, even when he was talking to Tom, it was a lot of parables. It was no real, he didn't give him any real information outside of there are others. I'm the eldest. It was very vague as far as like, yeah, it was very vague as far as like what he represents, who Ishtar is. Like he wouldn't tell him, even though he knows. And so I was just like kind of just waiting for it to, like, the entire episode wasn't bad. It wasn't like I was saying it was bad. Okay. It was just for me, it was kind of slow building. Okay. Towards the end of the episode, it got really good because there was action sequences and stuff like that. So there were good and bad about this this particular episode, but for me, the beginning of the episode, it took a little bit getting into, because I was like, all right, we're having a conversation. There's this new character, and the thing about it is from my understanding, this character is a major character within the Tom Biggle, whatever his name is, but he's a major character within
Bombadil.
He's a major character within the Lord of the Rings saga storyline and everything like that. But if you're not familiar with the books, you wouldn't know who he is. But that's kind of what I was saying, is they didn't give us any, like, this episode I feel like caters to the reader and not the viewer. Okay. So if you read the books, you know who this person Tom Bombadil is. But if you didn't read the books, you don't know who he is, and you still don't know who he is, because outside of him just being very vague and just saying, like, he reiterated the word eldest. If you notice when he said, I'm the eldest, and then he reiterated and said eldest, but it's like, eldest of what? Because you're not telling us, like, so I have to assume that you are eldest of the wizards, because again, you spoke on the Dark Wizard.
Right.
You didn't say anything outside of, I'm here to take care of the land. You didn't say, like, even when he was describing the Dark Wizard.
He's a wanderer.
Yeah, he's a wanderer. He just says, I take care of the plants and the trees and all of that. And everything like that. So for me, when it was all of that, I still was left without knowing much in regards to who this individual is. And that's why I was saying, I think this episode caters more to the reader and not the viewer. And Nolly, since Nolly, kind of is our resident literary expert. You can tell me, Nolly, if that kind of makes sense, if that aligns, because I'm hearing on all of these platforms that Tom Bombadil is a huge character within the storyline, that now they introduced him on screen, and like people are like going crazy. But again, for the people who didn't read the book, we don't know who the hell Tom Bombadil is. So if you could give us any type of clarification on who he is, that would be great.
I'm laughing because I literally can't. Never explained it. Never explained. We never know where he comes from, what he is. He's the eldest. It's like a parallel to Adam being like the first man. He came to Middle Earth before there was anything on Middle Earth. But he's not a wizard. He's not Ishtar. He's not Maya. He's not Eru. He's human-like, but has powers where he can like talk to nature and influence things to grow and things like that. So he's powerful, but like in relation to the ring, not more powerful than the ring, not more powerful than Sauron and things like that. He's actually a character that Tolkien had created previously and was very fond of him, and so he just wanted to bring him into Lord of the Rings. But literally in every interview you'll find that Tolkien has done, he's literally gotten annoyed with people and been like, you're literally thinking too much about this. He's not important. He's just a name, a person in Middle Earth, but has nothing to do with the story of the ring.
Okay.
So literally the show gave about as much as the books gave. Like nothing. They gave us nothing.
It's funny. Oh, go ahead, Ty.
So that makes me even more like mid now, because because I was under the guise that this individual, Tom Bombadil, was a huge character within the Tolkien universe, and now he's introduced and everybody's excited. And now listening to Nolly, they still, like, after seeing him, you still don't know what his.
Well, we have 4 more episodes. Bad time.
Thank you.
No. But okay, all right. Time out. Before y'all even go in there, y'all asked me about this episode. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all no. But there's no but. There's no but. If you're asking me about this episode, no, you can't, because if you're asking me about this episode and my feelings about this episode, I'm letting you know what my feelings and why my feelings are about this episode.
I know.
What you know? We know
that it's your opinion. That's what we asked for. We know that. We know.
No, that. but you're trying to convince me based on what could happen. What could happen later.
Okay. You have a very valid argument. You have a very valid argument. We understand, because we don't understand shit about this guy. He apparently is in the lore, but we still don't understand shit. But on the bright side, on the, trying to be optimistic side, we still have 4 more episodes. And he did say to the Ishtar, you tried to get your staff. Your staff will come to you when you're ready, like your name. You're not ready. I will train you to be ready. So we still have time with them together that we'll figure out more about him. So that makes sense. I get it.
Yes, why that was that's the thing. He never said he was going to train him. Just so we're very clear on because I was very clear on the conversation, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. There was nothing. The only thing he said concrete was that you are going to be the one who has to fight Sauron and the Dark Wizard. That was all he said that was concrete. As far as the staff, he told him, it was going to come. He never said he was going to train him or anything. He didn't say anything about training.
He trained the Dark Wizard, though. That's what he said.
No, he didn't say that either. What he said was the Dark Wizard came here also. You're not the only one that's come here. He said that the Dark Wizard came here also. He never
Yoda. What do you think happens in Yoda's palace?
Yeah, that's an assumption. That is an assumption.
We still don't know Yoda. We don't know who Yoda is. Yeah. We still don't know. Look, yo, all I'm saying, like when Ty watches The Sixth Sense, he wants the opening scene to be like, he's a ghost, right? He doesn't want no build up. He wants everything to be put on. He just wants everything to be put on at the right minute.
First of all, you just missed a movie, and this is a series. There's the big difference in the two, and what I'm saying is, again, this has nothing to do with nothing y'all are saying. This has everything to do with what I watched. The first 30 minutes of the show literally did not give me anything other than the same stuff that we already knew. We already knew he was the Ishtar. We already knew that he was the Ishtar. They've been calling him the Ishtar most of the seasons thus far. So we know he's an Ishtar. What? Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we didn't know that the Ishtar nemesis, Dark Wizard, was trained or was given some, we didn't know. First of all, before you go any further, I'm a little curious about Tom Bombadil myself. All right. So before, since Nolly couldn't answer, since even shout out to our new I'm not sure who this is. This might have been a Facebooker, but TCC. Shout out to you for reading the Tolkien books, because those are each New and Old Testament versions. Like they're like extremely long. They're like this, like big. So big up to you. But let's just see what the actual Lord of the Rings, the Rings of the Power cast had, and the producers and the writers had to say about Tom Bombadil themselves.
Is Tom Bombadil?
Well, there is what you're searching for, and there's what you find, though, isn't it?
So it seems that the likeliest explanation within the context of the story is that he's some kind of spiritual being.
So is he a magical being? What makes him special?
If by magical we mean he has the ability, the power to make things happen in the world around him, then he's absolutely a magical being. Song and music is very strongly associated with power and magic, and Tom Bombadil sings constantly.
Red and cloudy weather.
As Tom Bombadil himself says, his songs are stronger songs. And so when he speaks, things listen.
So basically, there's nobody like Tom.
Tom is completely unique in Tolkien's world. He is a remarkable character.
You sound like you're in love with Tom.
I love Tom Bombadil. Huge fan.
All right, so we still have no real explanation. But unlike Ty, I like the mystery. I like the mystique. I don't need for all of it to be laid out for me in the exact moment we're introduced to this guy. I don't need for them to tell me exactly what the fuck he is. I want to go on the journey, because the journey is the ride. It's the dash between the first and the last episode that we get to learn. I don't need for it to all be laid out off rip. Now, that goes to our different preferences, which is why we asked for who's thumbs up, thumbs down, who's mad. Ty wants it all right then and there. He wants the action nonstop, nothing else. And he wants to know everything about everybody as soon as they're introduced. We have different preferences. That's all it is.
First of all, when you break down what I think, at least do it correctly. That is not at all what I think. That is not, that's not at all what I'm. That's what you hear. I definitely am not that type of person. What I'm saying is, when I watch a show that is episodic and it is telling a story, I would like to know what the story is. Now, again, for this episode, for the last time, this episode did not give me anything that I did not already know. Now, if we're just doing filler episodes, cool. I'm okay with that.
Oh my God, filler?
It happens with all the series that we've watched on TV. This is a thing that happens in a series. So I get it. I'm not hating on Rings of Power. I'm not going to stop watching it. I'm just saying, in this particular episode, the first 30 minutes of the show did not give me anything that I did not already know. Now we go into after thing where the director is talking to the writer or whoever that was just speaking is talking, and we're like, so who is Tom? Because nobody knows who he is, and he's like, we don't know either. He's just a person that we introduced because we love him, and he talks he sings a lot. Yeah, okay, cool. So he's like somebody that's been there. Based on what Tom said, I've been here before everything even existed. So yeah, he could very well be Adam of Eve. And remember, there was a part in this episode where Tom was singing and Ishtar was taking a bath. And as he was taking a bath, you heard a woman's voice. Then he asked him, is there somebody else in there? Is there a woman in there? And Tom was like, a woman? What are you talking about? There's no woman here. So look. So yeah, and when we come out you're looking for this woman that you know you heard, and you're like, there's no woman. So what the fuck is going on with Tom for real? Like, it's Tom
funny.
Yeah, it's Tom. Yeah, does Tom have personalities disorder?
Maybe that's why.
Does he identify? Does Tom identify as a woman sometimes, and he flips
split.
into this? Yeah, does he? Those are interesting things that I would love to know. I would love to know that. Does he moonlight? Does he moonlight as Tabitha instead of Tom?
Oh my God! He's so freaking stupid.
I'm being funny.
I know you play,
but at the end of the day, like I did point out that during this episode there were highs and there were lows. For me, the first 30 minutes of the show was the lows. Okay. That's why I'm like, I didn't need to see Ishtar in the bathtub for 5 minutes. I didn't need you know what I'm saying? I didn't need him to come out and ask questions that are answered with more questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, is there a woman out here? Is there? Is there a woman?
That shit was funny as shit. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was hilarious. Like, a woman.
And then the laugh was so sinister after. Is there a woman out here?
A woman.
What is up with you, nigga? Like, I'm in your house.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, so
that was funny.
Yeah,
I forgot all about this. He showed us there was a woman singing, and then he showed up. He was like, "Is there a woman there?" He was like, "A woman." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I heard a woman. I didn't just hear. He's like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, I forgot all about that. Well, look, I mean, like I said, we all that's why we love to have a diverse panel of thought here. Clearly he wasn't feeling my man Bombadil as much. I for one am on the complete opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to Ty's opinion on this episode. This episode to me from start to finish, I remember watching it. Like it was back in the day. Like literally
just watched it yesterday.
I literally was watching it going, oh my God, this shit got better. I just remember watching it being thinking like, holy shit, was it this good last time? And I also remember thinking like, yo, have we pushed through the trolls? Because even though there are still some of the trolls and some of the bullshit about the commentary about our people when they're being depicted in these types of series and shows in these fantasies, I didn't get the severe backlash. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the god damn, like it's minute now. Like, it's like they said, look, all right, yeah, we know we're gonna get all that, but we're gonna push through it. Arondir did his thing. He did his thing. I loved his action sequences. I loved the trees. I loved the snake shit that he was like, his name, everything don't have a name, but we're gonna call this supper.
Nameless. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love the introduction of this new mysterious young lady, whoever she is, whatever it is that they got going on. There's an introduction to a whole new class of Hobbit in this. So we did learn something new there.
That's Aragorn's mom, by the way. I believe that is Aragorn's mom. You know Aragorn from the Lord of the Rings, right? The actual Aragorn, who was the rider. His name was Aragorn.
No,
y'all no, I'm talking about
Aragorn. Yeah, Aragorn. Okay, yeah.
Aragorn is
this is Aragorn's mom.
Yes, I think Aragorn is Isildur's heir, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
This girl is clearly Isildur.
You're talking about okay.
She's clearly Isildur's love interest on the show. It is very clear
I see.
that they was about to kiss and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming, and this is an assumption. Now,
it's 100% wrong.
Yeah. So it's wrong. It's not her. It's not the mom.
This happened like hundreds of years before before Aragorn was born.
How are they alive?
He's Isildur's heir, not like his,
not like his grandson.
Not direct. Okay,
it's like bloodline.
Grand.
It's like like House of Dragon. It's their lineage.
Mhm.
He's like it's like his ancestor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just funny because I thought you were saying that this was Aragon's. I was like, fuck out of here, bro. It's
Well,
like,
Eric. Well, then they did the casting wrong. If that was his
That's what
mom,
I'm saying, like-
It's like, that was definitely not Aragon's mom.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I just like Ty's often right about. I mean, he will definitely call a filler a filler, and sometimes I'll even go back and watch and be like, yo, maybe he was right. But in this particular instance, like when I'm watching this episode, I got almost a Lord of the Rings movie in 60 minutes. Like we went from the terror of the orcs and their new dark wizard and overlord, and we now have a new enemy. Whoever these people in these masks are, you don't know exactly what's going on.
Is that Saruman?
No, it's not Saruman, but he's giving Saruman energy, right? Like he's sitting like Saruman, he's doing the whole thing like Saruman.
Two-tone beard.
Yep. He sits the same way and all of that. Like
ancestor.
Yeah, he's they're just calling him Dark Wizard for right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, we learn more about these folks. I ain't like they slapped the shit out of. Oh my god! Like they slapped the shit. Like slapped her into the next episode.
And then he like tried to help her up, and she was like, and then
he was like, yeah. So I'm supposed to like. He my hand, it's the same hand that just slapped me literally.
Yeah.
We got Sonic the Hedgehog in this episode.
Nobody.
We learned a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I just was in awe of the seamlessly with the way that they seamlessly went from scene to scene. We're talking like they're in the woods, and then they're also at the castle, and now they're also out there in this I don't even know what you call this underground area that you know that the what are they called? The scoops, the cores, the stores. Yeah. So like I to me, this season is showing growth. It's one of those rare occasions where in a season 2 may be better than season 1. And it's almost like they listen to some of the critics. Now I can't vouch for the Bombadil criticism because I happen to be a fan of Mystique. You know, I don't need to I don't know where the armorer is from and where all the Yoda, and I don't, sometimes it's just, good to be able to speculate. And I think that that's the purpose of this character. Is like, is he God? Is he a wizard? Is he like just some dude with some weird power? I like that we can argue over that instead of just being told this is what it is, take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, though, I enjoyed the episode. I don't know what's gonna happen with the love interest. Clearly, there's a little bit of a spark going on here. So I'm interested in where that goes. But I'm most interested in our good friend Tanya Grace Moody, who has already given us the green light for us to have her on. To jump back on her and tell us what her experiences was like. Because it was also another thing. Did y'all watch the after shows and all that stuff? Did you see like how weird it was for them to like get in the mud and do all that crazy shit that they did in those scenes?
Apparently, to Aaron, it was very. He was like, man, it was so much mud. He was like, it's so much.
I mean, they were eaten by a fucking worm monster. Like, dude was in there, and then oh shit, I'm getting pulled in. Oh shit, then. Yeah, that was a lot.
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. But overall, though, Nolly, after Yaz's breakdown and Ty's criticism, what are your overall feelings about the episode?
I can see Ty's points for sure. But also I think I'm too much of a fangirl of Lord of the Rings. Be like anything but a thumbs up, but my standards are very high, so like I did get filler episode, but also I'm like a big sucker for the Ents, and I just love them. And so like seeing the Ent wives, I was like, oh, look at the talking trees. Just look at them. And it always brings me back to like the original movies where the Ents are like, it takes a long time to stay like, you know what else? I'm talking fast.
They're young.
Yo, you know what else we didn't really talk about in this episode, but that I thought was pretty. I don't want to say remarkable, but I thought was kind of was interesting.
What's that?
Was the new let's just say feisty attitude that we're getting from my man I forget his name.
Elrod. No, from Elrod.
Elrod is feisty to the motherfucker. He ain't playing that shit. Nah, bro. He like, who the fuck you think you talking to?
I did forget one thing in my recap though. I just like remembered, like the ending was Chef's fucking kiss. Galadriel, that bitch, I swear to God, I would never want to fight her because yo ass is gonna fucking die. Like she threw the damn lantern, fucking exploded that bitch on the horse, laid back. Like I'm telling you, she is a fucking amazing fighter, bro. And what do you think he's gonna do with that ring? Do you think he's gonna wear it? Because that was like,
that is a good question.
Like Elrod has been so against the influence of the ring. Now he has the ring. It's going to call to him. It's going to appeal to him. Is he gonna fight the urge? You know what I'm saying? Because of his, just his feelings for it, or he's gonna divulge into the urge and just, what I'm saying? Like, what is he gonna see from it? So I'm really curious to see kind of like what's gonna happen here because, I mean, Galadriel did warn his ass. If we go that way, it's danger. That's death. What happened?
Yeah. But she was saying that but he was thinking that the reason he's saying that is because the ring is telling him to say that.
Right.
But the funny thing is that, like, I have a prediction.
Okay.
My prediction is that, to answer your question, Yaz, I think that Elrond is going to be put in a position where he has to choose: do I save the lives of X individuals that I care about, or save the such and such that I really care about, or do I use the with the ring? Because that's the only way I have. Like I'm forced to. I'm in a position now in which I either allow them to die, or I use the ring.
Okay.
And I think that he's going to be forced. And I think that that's weird because it's microcosmic of exactly what's going on with the elves themselves. Like they were in a position, the tree is dead. It's down to like the last leaf. And so they're finally out of desperation saying, fuck it, let's just use the rings. There's no other way. And real quick, another thing that I don't want to say was that I want to make sure we don't iron over is this dude joining the cast. This motherfucker right here, if I may say so myself, brings another level of stature to the Rings of Power. Like, remember, I don't know if y'all remember him from Foundation.
Yes, Foundation.
This motherfucker is acting his fucking ass off. Like he brings his whole level. He's bringing the House of Dragon like level of theatrical acting style to Rings of Power. If you just watch his scene alone, you're like, holy shit, like, is that what acting is supposed to be like? And what the fuck else? What is everybody else doing? Like, every contortion, every wrinkle in his forehead, every single thing. This motherfucker oozes Academy Award winning actor. And like, I want to see more of him. And the fact that he was the one that was like, nah, man, fuck that. We ain't fuck with the rings. We're like, you know what? Just go ahead and slide on a little bit. That thing was going on. You know what? It ain't that bad. We got to use this shit for the good. And you almost can see in advance, like him turning for the bad and the ring kind of getting to him and him not realizing it. But at the same time, it's like, this is crazy because what we're actually watching for the real Lord of the Rings fans, shout out to everybody watching. And we're going to wrap up real quick in a little bit. What we're watching is everything that, I think I may have said this before, but this is literally the first 5 minutes of the Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring, in which Galadriel, being played by Catherine, by Catherine, you know, who played Galadriel in The Fellowship of the Ring. It was Catherine, the name will come to me. Somebody in the comments, make sure, Google it real quick. But we're watching the narrated portion of it in the beginning. Remember, if you go back and watch Lord of the Rings, what is it?
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. In the beginning, there's wind. You can feel it in the air. You can feel it in the earth. At once, there were 3 rings, 9 of them given to men, who, of course, over everything, desire power. Like the whole narrated sequence that Galadriel gave us, that's what we're watching. And we're at the portion where the rings are being made.
Yep.
And we're watching it happen as it's happening, and it's fascinating as fuck. I fucking love it. I love this prequel has merit, yo. And I'm loving, especially because Now there's context to the scene where Frodo was trying to give Galadriel the ring when they were in the mystic wood, in the woods, and Frodo's like, "If you want it, I'll give it to you." And she's like,
"Don't tempt me! Do not tempt me!" Yes,
if you the ring, I need a queen. I just went like, "Oh, will love me in despair." And she's like, "Oh," and she snaps out of it. She's like, "Oh fuck, that's right. That's why." But now we see why, because she actually has a ring. She knows what it does. She uses it. She gets it. Like, there is a journey. Like, we can see why she had that feeling in that moment, what it is that happened in her mind that made her say, "Whoa, nah, bro." And that's what this season is panning out, in my opinion, and that's what's exciting for me to watch. And so that's what I'll say. You know,
no, bro. I'm totally with you on that. 100%. Like, I see how it's unfolding. I see the storyline. Like, really, kind of. Now we can really delve deeper into the whole backstory of everything, and it's really, 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 really good at the way they're doing it. For me, this particular episode, like I said, when it came to, you know, the moments of the action sequences, when it came to the Elrond, with the conflict between Elrond and Galadriel, which basically is like a hierarchy thing, right? Because Galadriel was commander of the whole, you know, thing, and now she's been reduced demoted and reduced to having, because remember, she's used to commanding, not following. And so and this is always, and since the Rings of Power have started, we know that she is very rebellious when it comes to authority. Even with the High King, she has, you know, told him like, "Oh no," and done stuff counterproductive to what he's asked her to do. So that conflict is definitely something, but it is really you know, interesting to see Elrond take this position of, you know, I'm not listening to you because you're under the influence of the ring, and the ring is what's making you do everything. Yo, that last statement before the end of the episode. Let's just not go past that. They said, "Yo, that was very brave of Galadriel to stay back to save us."
Right.
And Elrond was like, "You just don't get it. She didn't stay back to save us. She stayed back to save the ring." And I was like,
"That's real.
That's like, it was like, yo, so yeah, I totally agree with you. I think there is going to come there's going to come a point in the story where he has no choice but to use the ring. And then once he uses the ring, I think he's going to be even more apt to want to destroy the ring, because he's going to realize at that moment that the ring has this seduction that it really pulls you in. And once you have it, that power, that feel, that it is so seductive that he's going to realize this is evil, pure evil. Because remember, in Lord of the Rings, the ring that Frodo has is different from these rings. These rings are all gemmed up. The ring that Frodo has is the ring to rule
the one
them
ring.
all. The one ring to rule them all. So that ring has a certain level of power that exceeds all of the other rings. So that is also something that you got to lock in on.
And that's another thing to 100% agree to everything you said. That's another one of the things that makes this exciting, because we see the origin story of the evil that makes the rings. Like, if we didn't watch this show, we might have thought that, okay, they made a bunch of rings and then Sauron went and made this one ring just to make them all the ring over them all. But what we're watching is he actually is instrumental in the fabrication of the rings. And with each ring that's made, he puts a little bit of a little juju in the little pot. And my assumption would be at the end of this, you know, this manufacturing phase that we're going through, all of that little juju he's put in the pot when they're making these rings is going to be brought together by that one ring to rule them all. And that's the ring that Frodo, which is also crazy because like that ring's like the most powerful ring of all of them, but it only makes the hobbits turn invisible. You know what I'm saying? So could you like imagine like if an actual elf, especially one as powerful as Galadriel, was to get that actual ring? So yeah, man, this shit is
Vince, it doesn't just turn you invisible. That's where you're wrong.
For hobbits. For hobbits only.
No, it doesn't just turn hobbits invisible. Remember, when they go invisible, they don't just go invisible. They wind up in another realm.
Yeah,
they're in another realm. Yeah, they're in the dark realm. So that's what it does. It takes you into this dark realm. And so it's not just invisible.
A direct connection to Saruman. To Sauron. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I'm loving it. I cannot wait to hear from Tanya Grace Moody, an acclaimed actress who we've been in contact with, who hopefully will be joining us pretty soon, as well as possibly Arondir himself if he quit playing around and bring his ass on the goddamn show. Goddamn shit, boy, I'm gonna get this shit happening. So that's the deal. Let's go ahead and start wrapping up. Before we start getting out of here, I wanted to tell y'all a quick story. That I just wanted to talk. I know most of us got kids here, including Yaz as a godfather. But I just wanted to just vent real quick and talk about how kids ain't shit and how I went and saved myself a pack of Oreos that I was looking forward to eating when I got home from my show last night. And evidently, the kids got to it because when I went to go eat the Oreos, I start eating them and I noticed that ain't no goddamn cream in the goddamn Oreos. They done went and ate the cream out the Oreos and put the cookies Oreos back together. And
no, that's sinister.
The Oreos is back in the package. I'm sitting there eating cookies, and I'm like, "Where the fuck is the cream? There's no cream. These motherfuckers ate the cream out the package."
Oh, that's next level.
That's evil shit, bro. Like that's like just throw the shit away. Don't have me sitting there like, imagine reaching for milk and you get orange juice, or imagine reaching for Oreos and it's just the ugly like outside part. Instead of I shouldn't have said the ugly part, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the level of hatred that these kids have for me to be able to go in and say, put them back into the package. Not
with
just
one. With the drool on it and everything.
With saliva and all kind of shit. And here's the worst part. I still ate that shit. I was like, I'm hungry. I got the munchies. These is my kids. I'm hungry. My mind is set on Oreos. I'm going to take the little bit of cream off of these shits, and I'm going to savor that shit like fuck. But
I would have took that cookie and licked it and stuck it on their fucking forehead. They woke up, they're like, that's what happens when you eat the inside of a fucking cookie.
Yo, that is another level. I just want to take a couple seconds and voice my frustration with y'all about how that happened to me. Anyway, another thing that has happened real quick on the way out, not too long ago, I think it was last Friday, a new Star Wars project was given to us, and we now have Star Wars Outlaws. It is live. It is on PlayStation, Xbox. I think it's even on on all of the PCs and all that other stuff. And I just want to give a quick report on it because I did play it, and I'm not feeling it.
Oh, what is it you're not feeling?
The whole thing? What's the premise of the game? Just like, explain to us where we are, what we're doing, like what's the premise of the game for those who don't know.
All right, well, first of all, they owe Halle Berry a check because they clearly stole her image to make this movie. The young lady who's the main character looks exactly like Halle Berry from Boomerang, maybe with a little bit of light washing. But that's a whole nother subject. Maybe I just haven't gotten far enough in it yet. I can tell you this much. I've been playing all of the Fallen Jedi stories, the ones with Cal, with Cameron, you know what I'm talking about, with Cal, whatever. And those games, as soon as you turn that game on, you're in it. You're like, oh shit, like I'm in it. Like they always start you off like in the middle of some action sequence, and that's like, kind of like your training, module. This ain't that. Like this is more. It's given role playing game. You know what I'm saying, with action sequences. Now, perhaps when I get a little further in it, I'll have a better sense of it. But for right now, I've been playing it for a couple days, and thus far, I have yet to kill anybody. I've yet to shoot anybody. I've yet to come into contact with any legit conflict. I'm basically on a scavenger hunt for some shit, and it's taken way too long. Now, maybe I just ain't up to the task, but at this point, I've already started to lose interest. And I hope that it gets a little better.
You're obsessed with lightsabers, though, being in the game. The game isn't having lightsabers. Your ass isn't interested. So I'm just saying.
All right. Just,
does the game have any lightsabers? Because if it don't have no lightsabers, Vince is like, this is a trash game. What the fuck, Star Wars?
All right. My sister knows me. So, yes, this is true. I am a Star Wars fanatic, and the lightsabers are very, very much a part of what attracts me to it. And no, this is not this, but at the same time, I played like Star Wars Rebels. I played like some of the other not Rebels, excuse me, not Rebels, but all right. Well, look, okay, all right, you might be having a point here. But I remember even back on like Sega Genesis. I remember it was a game with Dash Rendar, and he was like a bounty hunter. He was like Hans. He was like he had a jetpack and shit. Like that game was fun. He could shoot. So I don't know if it's just the lack of lightsabers right now. I think it's just the there's a little I play Witcher, all right? I played Witcher and I actually beat Witcher, which takes about 3 or 4 years, give or take. And Witcher is an RPG with action sequence, all right? It doesn't do the texted action. It does actual legit action, but it's also extremely conversational. Like you got to keep, if you don't want to hear all that, there's no skip. You got to, you know what I'm saying? And this is giving conversation. There's a lot of conversation. You know what I'm saying? I know there was Jedi Survivor had a lot of that too, but as soon as you were done, you went to slice somebody's head off. You know what I'm saying? With this shit, as soon as I get done, I gotta go look for the credits and then use the credits to go back to the store to buy the thing and then use that thing as the tool that I need to fix my ship and then go back to the ship. I don't want to do all that shit. I want to shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's just early in the game, but for right now, it's getting some criticism from me. So Ubisoft, hopefully, I'm just premature on this. What are y'all playing right now, man? What are y'all playing?
I'm still like diving through Harry Potter right now. I'm still obsessed.
Okay.
I'm magically flying around. I'm pretty much done with the game. I'm just like getting all of the side shit that I missed because there's Hogsmeade, there's fucking goddamn Hogwarts, and then there's the whole land around it, and you know what I'm saying, all that good jazz. And then, being that I'm married to my husband, he don't let me play a game unless I can't stop playing it until I get the platinum. So I have to replay at every single house before I can stop playing it. So right now I'm on Ravenclaw.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anybody else playing anything else? What you playing, Nolly? What you playing, Ty?
World of Warcraft just dropped a new expansion, The War Within, on August 26th. I bought Epic Edition so I could play 3 days early.
Hell,
I've been playing World of Warcraft since 2005, and I'll probably never quit it. It's like my safe space. Like I will log in and do old content and like farm things because I'm a hoarder in every video game. Okay, my bag stay full. Okay, I stay having to make trips. Okay, storage and I don't get along. Okay? But I'm a collector, so I like to make sure I have all the mounts, all of the accessories.
I do the same
all
thing.
Of the transmogs, so that my little outfits be looking cute. Okay, You can't fight crime if you're not looking fine.
Right, you're right, Nelly. You gotta get in the. You gotta get motivated.
Have the cute little gold gilded, metal chain linked bra with the mini skirt and the high boots.
Tell them
to get it done.
I love it.
This what wakes you up in the morning.
Yep. And then I also play Fallout 76, which is like the Fallout's version of an MMORPG, and they just came out with a new. I'm drowning. I'm busy, and I just downloaded the Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. So that's another MMORPG.
Whoa! Is that just PC? Is that a console game? It's console or just PC?
I think it's just PC.
Fuck.
It has controller support, so maybe it's
okay.
Let me Google.
Thanks, Mountain. Mountains in the background. Yo, all right, that's dope. Ty, you playing anything?
Yeah, you know, I'm more sports, more oriented. I just got the 2K25. I'm playing MLB show. I just finally got on that, and you know, I'm on my typical Fortnite venture. You know, I'm always playing some Fortnite, but yeah, I think that might be the next game that I grab, is because I've been hearing a lot about this Black Myth Wukong. I've even watched. Yeah, I've been watching.
Oh, for real?
To action, it looks like it has the same kind of engine as God of War, like that type of energy, and just like, but I've been watching people play it online and everything. It looks exciting. The bosses are huge and like so.
The Mountain said, if you don't like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, don't get Black Myth Wukong because it plays like that. And those games are very unforgiving. But if you like a challenge, do it.
Okay.
Well, can we talk to the Mountain?
Babe, they're paging you in the studio.
Where's the Mountain? Page of the Mountain. Page of the Mountain. Page. Whoa! Look at them coming out of the. Yo, what's going on, Mountain? So, can you talk to us about? He just looms in from the background. Talk to us about what's the name of that game we was just talking about? Like what?
Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth.
So you said we have to play what in order to play the other ones?
Dark Souls.
No, you don't play. This is a standalone. But if you don't like games like Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Elden Ring, you probably won't like this game.
Okay.
It's very
Okay.
So, but Elder Ring is kind of like the scrolls and like it's that type of
hard.
RPG. Yeah.
People say
so basically
God of War, but God of War has difficulty levels. There's no difficulty.
There's no. It's just difficult.
Oh, you can't like pick your difficulty.
No,
it's like all or nothing type shit. Like, is you game or not?
Pretty much.
Oh,
like,
so
you
don't plan
to be mad.
Oh, I gotta play this. I gotta play.
Don't make no plans to like 2025 type shit, like because you gotta like do all the side missions to work up your power level to beat the one motherfucker. And I don't think that's.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I like the Elden Rings. I was a huge fan of Elden Rings.
Elden Rings cool. Thanks, man. Playing last weekend, and all I heard was "fuck, man, fuck." Doing great. I love that.
That's how you know. That's how you know. Well, thanks a lot, Mountain, for the update.
Thanks,
Yeah, appreciate that, man. We gotta have Mountain more, man. He's giving us the RPG swag, yo. So real quick, on the way out, since we talking video games, I did think that it'd be interesting on the way out, to check out a quick preview of a video game project that's now been made into a movie. And of course, if you haven't seen this yet, I'm talking about none other than Minecraft. I wasn't a big Minecraft person. Y'all into Minecraft? The kids, I think that's a Gen Z thing.
Yeah, it's a Gen Z thing. Yeah.
It's a Gen Z thing. Because for me, when Minecraft first came out, I was like, are you fucking serious? I did not slave through Mario Brothers, sit there and play Castlevania in 2D, for me to go back to playing this two-dimensional, square-ass, this completely reverse version of technology. And my youngest daughter, Deja, she was playing. She was addicted. I was like, "What the fuck do you see in this game? You're building shit." But it's a phenomenon, I guess, and it's so much to the point where now they've actually made a movie out of it. So let's give it a look and see what it's talking about, y'all. Let's do it.
Right this way.
What the hell?
Anything you can dream about here, you can make.
Who are you?
I am Steve. Okay.
This guy is such a tool bag.
It doesn't necessarily make me want to run out and check it out, but it is a phenomenon. It's happening. Are we loving it? Are y'all gonna run out and see this, man? Is this appealing to anybody? All I can say, no.
What?
Yeah, yes.
No, I was gonna say all I can I think it's funny that all the hate with Jack Black being in certain cameos.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you know what I'm saying, him as Steve. Like I mean, I've never played Minecraft, so I don't understand the significance of the Steve character. I mean, is he a main character in that world?
I think Steve, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm probably wrong, but I think Steve is your default starting character. You know, kind of like, you know, when you start the game, he's just your default startup character.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, there was like I mean, I didn't even see like anything but hate on the internet as thus far, like about him being Steve, basically, like how they keep putting Jack Black in these same cameos where he's just like Jack Black, basically, and it's not like he's playing anybody else; he's himself. So I don't know. I'm not too excited about this movie.
Yeah, Ty, this gives me the feeling that a Fortnite movie is upon us at some point in time. Maybe not now, but if we just had Halo, Fallout, we've got Minecraft, Mario did its thing. What's one of the most popular games in the universe right now? It is Fortnite. And it's hard for me to imagine Hollywood and the corporate oligarchs sitting there looking at the video game rack saying, what can we make next? And not considering Fortnite as a potential project. Would you like to see something like that, bro?
No. I mean, it's right at this point, man. I don't know. Again, if it's just laziness when it comes to creativity, and it's just like, all right, well, we'll just make whatever is available and try to go after the fan dollars because we know people play these games and everything like that. So we'll keep doing it. They just did Borderlands, which we never spoke on, and there was good reason. Yeah. Did
it come out? Did it come out already?
Yeah, Borderlands been out.
Damn.
Kate
Blanchett was in it, right?
That's why.
Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart. Yeah, they had stars in it, but I watched it and you know, I mean, again, these type of movies are only really going to appeal to people who are like heavy gamers and are like this reminds me, they hit it spot on. They did the game just like the game. You know, it's only hitting for those. Like when you watch them like separate from the games and you watch them as just a movie and just experience, it doesn't hit the same. It's only going to hit if you're familiar with the games and you're like watching it to critique whether or not they got it right as far as the game is concerned. So that's what the appeal is kind of thing. And so I'm not really, I don't know too many people that were out here like screaming about we need a Minecraft movie. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it hits. One Piece was a success. So like there are certain things that it hits for and certain things that it doesn't. So I don't know, man.
What's up, Nally?
I agree. I think there are some games that you can absolutely make movies and TV shows out of, but it has to be games with stories that you don't need to have played the game to enjoy what the story is. Minecraft is too intricate of a game. There's too many different things to do. There are sub games of Minecraft that have a storyline to follow, but Minecraft is too open world to be like, let's make a movie out of it. Like if you take Gears of War, for example, you do not have to have played the games or read the books like me to have any inkling.
Gears of War book?
There's books.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
I didn't even know that.
You don't need to have played games or read books to enjoy a movie about Gears of War because the story is simple. Aliens lived under the Earth's crust, and then Emergence Day happened. They came out and fucked everything up, and now this is how we live. We're fighting an endless war. That can absolutely be a great fucking movie. It sounds like a normal sci-fi movie. Awesome. Netflix is doing it. I'm a little hesitant to see how that comes out, but we'll talk about it when we get there. But some games I feel like just don't translate well to content like movies and TV shows. Like, it's just I don't get it.
I think
Borderlands was that.
Borderlands
it didn't translate.
No.
It looks like the
But
comment
Fallout
section is
did.
agreeing with y'all. Fallout was
Fallout
phenomenal.
That's why I said
Fallout was
Fallout
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Fallout was great.
But to Nadi's credit, exactly why it was great is because of what Nadi said. The story does not have to be a story that you conjure up to make a movie out of it. The storyline that exists within the video game sells the actual production. Same with Last of Us.
Resident Evil, the movies did not follow the storyline whatsoever. But did we get what was going on? Absolutely.
Actually, I think to a fault, the Raccoon City version of Resident Evil followed the storyline too much to the point where it fucked up the movie.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was fucked up the movie.
They changed weird details about it that just didn't mesh well.
They made Leon a brunette. Yeah,
I feel like it took too long, and then there was no marketing.
Yep.
Very little hype built around it, so it was gonna flop. They didn't put in what they should have to make it great.
Absolutely not.
And that's why Capcom has success with the animated Resident Evil movies, because they carry on the game story. It's not crazy on production. They do almost no marketing, but those movies hit really well with the fan base. And you don't need to have played the games to understand what the fuck is going on in the movies.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we're speaking a foreign language to Yas because she will never get close to a Resident Evil game because she doesn't do any.
Listen, I went and saw my chiropractor yesterday, and like we while I'm on the table getting adjusted, we bullshit about like what we've been watching, so that we could watch different things and stuff. And he's like, yeah, there's this show, it's called From. You should check it out. And I was like, okay, so what's the premise? Sis? Right. See what Nolly? Did you see your fucking face? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Do you not fucking know me? Because Yaz don't fucking do zombies, bro. And then he tells me it's zombies, and he's like, it's not zombies. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, which one is it? Because you just said. He's like, they're like undead type things. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is a zombie?
Yo, they're not zombies though. I watch from. They're not zombies. So okay, so me and Vince have been watching From for a while now, and they're
not even close to zombies.
Season three is about to drop but
that's why he wanted me to watch it.
From
they're not even monsters. They're not even monsters. Yes.
Well.
I was gonna say his office manager chimed in, and she was like, "Well, Yaz, I understand your legitimate fear, and I totally get you, and I understand. So, they're kind of like vampires, and how vampires attack people." And I'm looking at her like, "You're not making this sound any motherfucking more." I'm like, I love vampires, and but okay, so that she's like, how vampires go and attack you, and I was like, okay, but do they eat you? She's like, well, yeah, and I'm like, that's not a fucking vampire. Then I'm like, okay.
All right, so I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear real quick before we get out of here. Yes, are you opposed to monsters or zombies?
I can watch any monster. I cannot fuck with a zombie.
Okay, there are no zombies. There are no zombies. We'll just be very clear on that. They're
not zombies.
They're not zombies.
They're not even close. They're not even close.
This is all right. So without
miscued in different directions.
Just in case you want to watch it, I won't tell you, but they're not zombies. Okay. So if you're okay with monsters, then you'll be fine. But these are not zombies. Zombies are undead. Their skin is falling off. We know what zombies are. We know that we've watched enough seasons of The Walking Dead to know by now what zombies are. These are not zombies. Okay. These are more, I would say, they feel
kind of like ghosts.
Ghosts, like ghost type thing. With the capabilities of killing your ass. Yeah, with the capabilities of killing your ass if they catch you. But yeah, I've watched from, and I don't know, Vince, maybe you could back me up on this. I've watched from for 2 seasons, and I still don't know what the fuck is going on in From. Like it's like I watched 2 full seasons, like trying to me, and I've got my wife on it too. Amy's watching it too, and all I can tell you is after the end of season 2, we still can speculate as far as what we think this is about. But they've given you a little bit more content, but they have not divulged what the fuck is going on in this town.
Where do I watch it?
It's on Amazon Prime, right?
It's not on Amazon Prime. Well, the first season is on Amazon Prime, so you can watch that for free. And then season 2 is on MGM Plus. Which
that's a fucking thing.
What the fuck is that?
Okay. There used to be a station called Epix, EPIX.
Right. That's right.
Epix changed into MGM Plus, just like HBO changes its name to Max and HBO Max. Yeah. Like they rebranded.
Well, it's Mama call him HBO Max. Mama call him HBO Max.
That's what I'm saying. Like I knew HBO Max was fucking Max, but like, damn, they're like, we completely reinvented ourselves. Here's us.
They rebranded to MGM Plus. So it's an app, it's an application or everything like that. So,
I'll check it out.
I think this. Yes, could you watch real quick? Could you watch The Purge?
I mean, I could. Do I want to? No.
But you could watch it.
Yeah, I can watch suspenseful movies and shit like that. I just can't watch like super horror films. Like I can't do the fucking Hills Have Eyes and shit like that. like because I have like legit like you got to think about it this way. My mother, because of her love for nerdom and horror and all of that, like she literally let me watch Stephen King movies when I was a child.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Right. Like, and she wonders why I don't watch horror movies now. And she's like, you're such a fucking bitch. Oh my God. When you were a kid, you watch this shit. And I'm like, no shit, I can't fucking watch it now. Like, you fucking traumatized me as a child. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I watched this one movie by Stephen King, it was about these kids. It was like, I can't remember what the fucking name it is because I'm still Dreamcatcher is the name. These fucking kids went in the woods.
Dreamcatchers?
Watching it as a child, these motherfuckers went into the woods. They ate some fucking berries in the woods that were alien berries, and then the motherfuckers took a shit, and a fucking alien came out in the goddamn toilet. Imagine being under 12 years old and watching that. You had to hold your pee for 2.5 hours because your mom's like, we ain't pausing this shit. Hold it. Then you're done, and you're like, Mom, I gotta go. And she's like, go to the bathroom. I can't go to the bathroom.
I'm not doing this with you. All right. Well, look. I'm not here to sing the praises of From. I ain't gonna lie. The show's it's a good show.
It's interesting, but it doesn't.
If you don't watch it, it's not gonna change.
They are.
They're both on Prime. Okay.
I'm gonna check it out. We're gonna reconvene this conversation next week. And y'all viewers, if y'all can do it, let's check it out so we can watch and dictate. I want to see. Let me
be very clear. Because Nolly said both seasons are on Prime. First season is free to watch.
3 seasons.
It's 3 seasons.
Yeah, they're not on Prime, but it's gonna make you subscribe.
The first season is free to watch on Prime. The second season is going to make you subscribe to MGM Plus to watch the second season, unless you are Fire Stick ready to
I gotta call you
because I don't have MGM Plus, but now it says season 2 included with Prime, but that's probably because season 3 comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, yeah,
so maybe time has passed that now
all right, cool.
Is on Prime.
Cool. Yeah, but just so you know, this is a very slow. This is like you know how like I just gave you the whole filler and how to like. This is definitely that. Like From it has the interest. It sparks your interest because you're like, ooh, what like, and you start following and you get pulled in. It does that. It will pull you in. But 2 seasons, I've concluded season 2. And I'm still look, they still have like you're like, well, all right, so Yeah,
I don't think I'm doing it. I think
I
I checked out.
I don't know if I can do it either. We watched the whole.
Like it's been 3 seasons.
You put all this effort and you don't want to see what happens in season 3. Come on,
man.
I might just fuck with yes.
Yeah,
it's the whole thing. Just so you know, like I said, more like The Purge, not to scare you or nothing, but this is basically what they look like. If you look in the background,
hell no! Look at the motherfucker in the back. No,
zombies. He's got a smile on his face. Yeah, I mean, for God's sake, you never seen a zombie smiling, man. But that's what they look.
He looks like a scary motherfucking.
They're just people. All right, well, look, you check it out. No, don't check it out. Let us know what happens. I think it's funny. Real quick, since you spoke about next week, I wanted to preview a topic that I'd like for us to have for discussion for next week. I guess you guys have been seeing this back and forth between Tiffy and Oh Boy about the Tia Dalma from Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. Okay, well, let's just go down this rabbit hole real quick. This is a teaser, so we're not going to talk about this today, but we will discuss it on a later date. So this is let's just say a back and forth from some of our friends in the good old Blurred verse. Let's go ahead and give it a whirl.
This woman is the biggest villain of the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and let me tell you why. The sea goddess, Calypso, also known as Tia Dalma. She looked Davy Jones in the eyes and says, hey, baby, you love me. I love you too, but you have to do a little something for me before you can have this. I'm going to need you on sanitation duty. I'm going to need you to spend 10 years out there on that ocean for me. 10 years ferrying the souls that have died in my waters into the underworld. For 10 years, you can never step foot back on land. But on that final day of those 10 years, Davy Jones, I will be waiting for you to give you the mistiest, the wettest clam of all times. But guess what? She wasn't there. Why weren't you there? Listen to her response.
It's my nature. Would you love me if I was anything but what I am?
Translation, you know what this is. You know what you signed up for. But this is where Davy gets it. I do not love you. Ooh, that got under her skin. She was like, David, you don't love me? You don't love me, David? Now here she go, manipulating the situation even more. Watch.
Should always have been mine.
Davy! Stand up! All it took was one touch for that man to because he was waiting on that back when he did the whole duty for her after the 10 years and she wasn't there.
So that's his version. This is our homegirl had to come in and clap back. You already know our girl ain't about the bullshit, man. So this is what Tiffy says, just to give y'all a peek into our private chat. God damn. There it is. Tiffy's clap back, if you want to call it that. We're not talking about this week, by the way. This goes for next week.
I typically don't care for being summoned, but okay. Claiming that my client, the goddess Calypso, also known as Tia Dalma, is the biggest villain within the Pirates of the Caribbean universe is so interesting. You see, I would have thought the biggest villains were the literal colonizers and enslavers, and not the woman who simply just said no. Davy Jones was down so horrendously bad that he refused to read in between the lines. I love you so much that I want you to go away for 10 years. Does that make any sort of sense to you? I am begging anyone who agrees to those type of terms within a relationship to love themselves just a little bit harder and try walking tall. It's giving I love you, but I'm just not ready for a commitment. And yes, we would prefer direct communication when it comes to our interpersonal relationships, and that is on my client. But perhaps Calypso knew how poorly Davy Jones would handle rejection and chose not to engage with that sort of toxicity, because he could have rolled with the punches and bounced on with his life. But instead, he got the proverbial boys together, the pirate lords, to trick Calypso into being bound into a mortal human body against her will. Let that sink in. A group of people in power linking up to strip a woman of her autonomy. Please zero in on who you're supporting before you dig yourself into deeper holes. Because this is who you're aligning yourself with. This is who you're going to the mat for. The same man that then abandoned his duty of transporting lost souls and chose to start enslaving them instead. Because let's not forget that Calypso was kind enough to give him a job and a whip. Some people are just ungrateful. And that's before we get to the self-mutilation where where he carved out his own heart because some people will literally do anything except go to therapy. Brother, she did not want you, but don't tell this man to stand up. No, Davy laid down, preferably on the couch of a professional. Rather than heal, he chose instead to make his heartbreak and guilt everybody's problem. If he lived in 2024 and not the 1700s, he would have bought recording equipment and started a podcast called Davy Jones' Locker Room. The sea is as uncontrollable, ever-changing, and tempestuous as it is loving and life-bearing. So is the goddess that commands it, which any sailor worth his salt would know, especially if he claims to love her. So the question isn't about the morality of Calypso's nature, but rather who was Davy Jones to think that he could change her? Because at the end of the day, if David couldn't handle a bad bitch, perhaps he should have gotten with a regular one. Thank you, Cleo. We will be taking no further questions.
Oh my God.
She ate.
Yeah.
She ate. And for me, it was zero in before you dig yourself into deeper holes because Cleo played zero in the Disney movie Holes. I was okay.
Look,
I was like that.
We're not going to talk about it. That's a teaser for us having out, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, damn, who the hell they even talk about? Like, I ain't watched Pirates of the Caribbean so long, but goddamn, it's always good to see a good Tiffy rip. And it's always good to see the Blurred verse kind of communicate in the way that they do, man. So I love it. Let's chat on it next week as well as a few other things. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say, Ty, you got something to say?
Yeah. I want to thank everybody in the comment section. As always, y'all are the best comment section on YouTube and on all platforms. But if you like the show, if you like what we do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and make sure all your friends know to come Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Pull up, new Blurred Order. Thank you, everybody. One more time.
You already know what it is, man. So on behalf of myself, the homies, Nale, yes, Bad Ty, those that are not with us, those that are with us in the comment section, everybody all across the world. As we always say, be your authentic self, because if you ain't being yourself, you're what? You're being fake. You shall not pass, motherfucker. And in all things, you a geek. Yes, you shall pass. Let me stop. And in all things,
and if you have some half-eaten Oreos, send them to Vince. He'll eat them right up. No worries. You look at the cream and don't like the black part. Just send it to Vince. He'll eat it.
I shall kick your ass. Let me stop. But yeah, man, be yourself and not with Oreos. If you eat them, just eat the whole thing. Goddamn it, throw them away. But like we always say, man, yo, if you a geek, let that geek flag fly. Y'all so stupid.
I love
man.
the new Blurred Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except mine got a name. Got it out the mud, but we got no stains. Cold ass nigga with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name.